Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me for another stream. I'll be getting in here to start working on the legs for my full armor ZZ Gundam. Get the decals done on those. And now I can't hear myself, so I'm not going to drive myself crazy. Perfect. And let's get to the live stream. Hey. So here's our slightly unproductive day yesterday we did. And I was looking at it a little bit. I definitely messed this one. Oh, okay, let me focus it in here actually so I can show off a bit better too. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. It all auto-focused anyway, but yeah. The decals on this guy. Got all the decals on this one. And painted the thruster. Actually went way better than I expected. I barely had to do any cleanup on that. It was really clean on the edge. The bit I wanted to show off. Let's see if I can get this to focus up close. Yeah, okay, there it goes. Yeah, as you can see, in comparison to the other one I did, I definitely messed up that decal on the right. And I was thinking probably once I get through and do all the other decals, I'll probably have another red decal about that size in an extra mirror pair that I can replace them with at that point. So I'm going to leave it for now, but I'll probably end up replacing that overall. I also did want to try and do some panel lining on this. Shouldn't be too hard. Might do that first. But I think our goal for today... Trials of Mana. Did I actually switch my tags? No? What's you're referring to with Trials of Mana there, Trishita? But I want to start the legs because there's a bit of custom painting I got to do because I have to do the interior of these thrusters and the same here. I think I'm going to get started on that, and then I can work on to the other leg and the backpack, which are the only two pieces left we need to do. Because we've got the upper body pretty much completely done. And the weapons. Most notably the Hyper Mega Cannon, which I'm pretty happy with a little bit of customization I did on it. I don't think so, because my YSG is in really good shape right now, so I don't really have a whole lot of reason to try and go for another physical character. I really like his animations though, but I kind of think I might start saving up for someone later on. I have a guarantee in 18 pulls, so I pretty much have my choice of whatever S rank I want to get. So I kind of want to save it for maybe one of the really powerful characters in season 3, or any of them I really like. I missed out on Sissy, unfortunately. Yeah, both her and Nangong I tried to pull for and didn't get. Yeah, let's get these ones that we did out of the way. Yeah, I really enjoy the, like, yeah, it's just so cool. And just capture a lot of the bits from like Kamen Rider and other Super Sentai shows that are really cool. Oh, my little red bit got scratched up there. I might need to do a touch up there. That shouldn't be too bad. I'll probably wait till it's all back together to do that though. But I need to get these off. Yeah, I never really sat down and like watched one of those series full, but I've watched like a lot of clips. Outside of like watching Power Rangers when I was a kid, but that's like the reused footage from the actual shows. At least a lot of them are. So this one's white, so that's pretty easy. This one's blue, so I'll probably need to do a white undercoat on it. Let's try and get these off. Oh, this isn't so bad. This one's probably gonna be a little harder because it's got that white chunk below it, kind of obstructing it. There we go. What? Almost off. There we go. So these are the 4 pieces that need some coloring that I missed on my first pass. So there's the red. I'm gonna check it out sometime. I did have a YouTube channel in my subscription for a bit there that was like basically just 24/7. It wasn't Kamen Rider, it was Super Sentai, I think. You know, or Ultraman, but yeah. Okay. It'll be similar to this one then. For how much of this we're painting red? Also, how far does this stick out? Quite far. So yeah, we shouldn't need to go past those little marks. We might even probably go shallower than that. Well, let's get our white coat down first. Kamen Rider Geeks. Ooh. Or Gunslinger. Okay. Where's that brush? A little bit of flaking going on and off with the other paint. Off a bit before I put this coat down. This one right quick as well. Go. go. Last little bit right here. That should give me a good base for the red. These are already white, so they don't need it. So, yeah, I should probably find a way to hold these so I can paint them. These are much narrower, so it'll be much more awkward without smudging the paint. How am I going to do this, though? This clip's going to hold. This is too shallow. Actually, it's not bad. Yeah, that'll work. Watch my pressure when I'm using the pen. Yeah, because I think this comes out quite far. Yeah, it does. So I should really just need to do the upper part here, maybe just a slight bit for overlap down the inside. Oh yeah, let's do that. This is a lot shallower, so it's definitely going to need more cleanup. There we go. I don't think I missed anywhere there. Go. Yeah, because of how shallow the angle is of this edge, I'm definitely going to do much more cleanup. But likely cleanup of these isn't that hard. It's just some isopropyl. There we go. These dry. I'm actually probably going to need to use the stand decals here in a second, so let's position them to point it away. Oh, I would be down. I could probably do 9 episodes, a lot more than like 49, just to get a taste of it. Any decals on these? Let's take a peek. There is. Okay. So I'm going to have to be extra careful cleaning up that edge then. But we'll probably end up doing that last. Yeah, I guess let's do these side armor panels first. Those should be nice and easy. Yeah, there's actually quite a few on this. So it's going to be 85 up here. Let's get rolling on this. Oh, this one looks like it's going to be probably one of the mirrored pair that I'll be replacing on the skirt. Is probably going to be one of these based on how many of them there are. It's a weird orientation for it. Basically like almost tucked in the corner. Okay. No complain, that shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, let's grab it from above. Slide it off the bottom. Soaks, prep paper towel. Yeah, we actually got quite a few decals put on this leg, so I should try and be a little more efficient this time. When I can. Really want to slide around. Yeah, that looks about good. Yeah, that's good. Let's try and match the other side up with this side. go. And up here is 165. It's actually probably on the slower one. Yeah, 165. Ooh, excuse me. Right in this corner. Looks like it should be pretty easy. Right around the nice sweet spot size where it's really hard to fold it over. Soak up a little bit of this excess liquid. Yeah, that looks good. I don't want to get it too far up because then it'll kind of be caught in the shadow, not really visible. I'm going to make sure the other side's about the same distance. It should be perfect. Very nice. Oh yeah, sorry about it. Let me try something here. I've been right here for a bit, so I think I can do this for you. I think if I make you VIP, it'll let you post links. Let me try. Not sure if I had figured that out before, but ding. There we go. I think that might have worked. Not entirely sure. Not really. think I made you VIP now, Jushido. Did you want to try and post that link again? And I do apologize if it doesn't work. I think that I had that working, but it's been a while. Hell yeah. Thank you. I will open that in another tab. Oh, hell yeah. That looks awesome. Hey, said I've been getting like a ton of clips of Kamen Rider over the last little bit in my like YouTube and Twitter. $174 is the one down here. Go. Oh, no, that's the wrong one though. It's the opposite leg. Yeah, so I want one of these ones. Slipped. Cut. Not a pretty cut, but it should be okay. There we go. Yeah, I've actually been getting a little bit of an urge to start getting back into playing RTSs. Maybe to play some StarCraft 2. But it's been close to like half a decade since I played that last. It'll be a rough learning curve getting back into it. That was the genre that got me into playing PC games. I actually really didn't start playing FPSs on PC until much later. I had mostly consoles most of the time when I was a kid. It was pretty much exclusively RTSs that got me to play on PC. That was forever ago. It was like 20 years ago at this point. There we go. That should be good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it was. I was subscribed to Humble Bundle for like I probably paid 120 bucks over like 2 years. And I've probably got 200 odd games out of it. Granted, only like 50 of those weren't like a little bit free to play phone game stuff, but 120 bucks for 5 decent games is pretty good. But yeah, then PC, yeah, all the dog shit with PC hardware. I really can't fucking wait until the AI bubble fucking bursts, man. They're starting to get really desperate of trying to get their hooks in before it becomes obvious it's not making fucking money, but God, it just, every example of it being so awful, not actually practical to use yet. Yeah, Nintendo Switch is a pretty good one nowadays. But honestly, like, Xbox and Game Pass isn't bad either. I'll say they've done pretty good with that Game Pass. You could easily just do that and have more than enough games to play. The only problem I have with the Nintendo's environment is just the like dog shit game price. Like the game price degrades so slowly. I know they've gotten a lot better at putting on deals on their online store and stuff, but I still hold a grudge just for the amount of times their games just don't appreciate in value at all. Growing up, I pretty much subsisted on secondhand games, so. Not that that's a problem anymore. As I said, it's mostly just I hold over grudge from when I was a kid. Yeah, that's generally the impression I've gotten. As I said, I have a Switch, but I don't really regularly play anything on it anymore. Pretty much just whenever I want to play Smash. Oh, what else do we want here? One on the front surface here. That is this one, 163. Oh, this is a 101. this one is going. So the top part is pretty much wants to go there, then across the surface. Which, if I look very closely, it appears it ends up basically going straight to near the top of this little peg across this face. Oh, this is how it was actually gonna get awkward. Let me grab a stand. Hope our drying pieces don't get in the way. Here we go. Actually, this is perfect. Oh. Yeah, I'm starting to get real burned out on card games right now, so I'm definitely looking for more stuff to play. My roommate mentioned he was thinking about getting back to playing StarCraft, so it's definitely something I want to think about trying to do. Game's always better when you have one person you can kind of consistently play against. Okay, I guess it's a little lower. A little trailing red piece there or something. I don't know what it is. There we go, we got it away from it at least. Maybe just a little excess pigment. Okay, I'll call that good. As long as I get the other side adjacent, it should be fine. Go. It's on a slightly curved surface, so let's let it get a little extra fit for a little longer. we go. Actually, while I have this red pen here, let's do the little touch up I was talking about. Just to brush the side of this at some point. I really should top coat it to prevent this, but touch up's not bad. It's true. It's always nice when you are yeah. I'm glad it's that as well. Very nice position to be in. You don't really have that technological pressure to upgrade. So that one's done. Why don't we do this middle part? On the middle part, there's one right here, one right here. And then one on each side. Oh, and then that's pretty easy. Cool. Probably the best way to describe it. Probably right one of these fins. Oh yeah, it's nice and stable. $173 or Z's. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really into like card deck builders and roguelites and games like that. So I'm in the same boat where it's very much nice not to have that graphical pressure. It's also nice because there's way easier for smaller teams to do those style of games, so you have a lot of variety and opportunity for gems. Oh, nice big patch. Gonna give this one's fairly big, so I want to give it lots of time. I think once we finish this front plate, we should be good to put another coat of paint on the pieces. I think I'm good to start painting this red. I think that should be enough of a white coat to kind of make it pop a bit more. I don't really want to make paint too thick. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of cool ones like that. Puyo Puyo Tetris is sick. Windjammers. Windjammers is another one like that. It's like a top-down, futuristic, like frisbee tennis game. with like super moves and stuff. That one's pretty fun. Nidhogg, which is like a side-scrolling fencing game, is also really another good one for that. Yeah, PewDiePie Touch is great for that. There we go. I'm not gonna poke it too much more, otherwise it's gonna get more and more difficult to tamp down. Sorry, I just gotta put it on the light so I can try and see any bubbles underneath. So there really doesn't seem to be any. Nice. That went on pretty smooth. Same, like it is weird that it has that very like arcade aesthetic, but at the same time, the games I played when I went to an arcade when I was a kid wasn't any of those games. Anything really like it. It was like Deer Hunter and like a bunch of actually like carnival style games in my local arcade. Although it's not all bad. They did have an afterburner machine. Sick as hell. Afterburner is the like jet simulator game that actually like basically moved your little cockpit around on hydraulics. You played. There we go. So next one is up right in the middle part here. And that one is 162. Speedrunners was another one of those that really good like couch co-op arcade style competitive game, where it was basically it was a side-scrolling race basically on a track that basically looped around. Basically constantly going, and as you went, the screen would steadily get smaller and smaller, like basically tighten in from the edges until only one person was left. There was a lot of like powers, like grappling hooks and other things to force other characters to move in certain directions. It was neat. That's actually pretty center. Okay, I'm saying that's good. I want to get it tamped before it gets too. There we go. These bigger ones are actually going pretty smoothly. There we go. So now the sides. should be pretty straightforward. It is right along this axis. Should be pretty simple. And what's the number for that? 159 for this side and 158 for the other. Right here. Go. Pretty much want it from a straight line from this corner to that arch. Shouldn't be too hard. Looks good. Just make sure the other side lines up in the same way. Soak in for a second. go. Now the other side. Going to be at a slightly more awkward angle. We can manage that. So this is going pretty smooth, at least. At least these armor panels. This piece pretty much all done. This is the last one on this front armor piece. Then I just got to do this blue one. But in the meantime, I'm going to do the Coda paint marker on those veg vernier pieces. Or I think they're not technically verniers. They're like veg housings. I forget the technical specifications for what is and isn't a vernier. Damn, that's pretty close. There we go. I call that good. There we go. Well, the decals on that done now too. So before we get on to doing this piece, let's do another coat of paint on these. That should be enough. I think 2 coats is usually good on white. Hey, Walla Walla, how's it going? There we go. Starting to look pretty okay. I'll do another coat of red on this though to make it pop a little more. Oh, it sucks when you're kind of waiting on materials. Although I guess it's nice and it doesn't really put a rush on the stuff you're currently doing. There we go. Oh, I guess. Well, hopefully you'll be happier with the stuff you made the decision to change to. Okay, so those paints are done. I guess we can start putting some of the decals on this guy. It's pretty heavy. Good spot to grip it. Oh, right there. Perfect. Yeah, let's start up from the top and work our way down. So it's going to be 199 at the top. For these two right here. Should be both this extra corner. This one's right at the tip top. Actually, it's probably easier if I slide it down. Oh, wait, it's not working against the edges up there. This one's a little long, so we'll give it some extra time to soak. I think I'm gonna try and hold out to my break to swap my water. I'm trying to do it every hour or so, but I think I'll just need to let it soak a little longer to make up for it. Just confirming this is 199, right? Is indeed. Oh, quite late checking that. Grab the decals, just figure out my little hair. God, that insert in cut's so tiny. You barely see anything. Okay, I see. It does wrap around the side slightly, and it wants you to line it up at the bottom of this, basically. Yeah, right up there looks good. Oh. Excuse me. Next up on the bottom of this piece, 180. That's right here. Oh, get the bot, get the bot. Too bad. Nice and good. There we go. And there's two on this front edge, one on the back edge. Then one here, one here, one here. And then there's also a pair on these guys, so we have to wait till we finish cleaning out the paint first. Go. Let's move down and do the big one in the center. I believe it's 200. Very big one. So give it lots of time to soak, clean up the area real good. Was a little sticky. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. Nicely done. No real bubbles. There we go. So next two are down here. They're 178 and 179. Yeah, right here. So this is probably going to split up this piece. Let's just make cut clean. Let's do the left side first, which is going to be 178. Together nicely. Yeah, one here, then one on the side here, one on the side here, and just one on this side. And then actually, oh yeah, one here as well. So I might not get this plate done before my break, but we should be able to get at least this face all finished. I think I'm once again underestimating how much work is left on this kit. I guess if I didn't want to do the just ZZ decals on the legs, I could probably get it finished this week, but I think since I want to put decals on the inner parts, it probably is gonna take me another week after this. Okay, I think that's actually close enough. It's definitely angled down a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. There we go. Now for the other side. Soften up the edges. There we go. Main face. Good. Let's do this little corner here. $175, I believe. Actually, it's 174. Oh, we already cut one out. That's right. It's the one we accidentally cut out earlier. Let's use that. Excuse me. Just examining how it was positioned on the other side so I can kind of line it up. Looks like there's two on the back of the leg. A lot on the inner leg, actually. Damn. Maybe I'll just focus on getting this outer leg armor done tonight for both legs. Then I can do the inner legs at the same time to try and keep things consistent. But in that case, I probably should have painted the other leg as well. Okay, that's good. Here we go. I think that's everything on this face done. Now let's do the one on the back first, and then 2 on the front. We can do it at the same time. $177. Right here. Ooh. That off goes the decal. Oh, it goes some cut clean. Sliding off the bottom anyway, so that should be okay. You know what? I'm going to be sliding up off the top, so let's grab at the bottom. Yeah, I think I'll go for my break after I put this one on. And we return, we'll put the last 2 on the front face of this. Probably clean up our paint job. How's that paint looking? Let's take a peek. I need to do one more red coat on this one, I think, but I think these are probably good. Yeah, these have nice brightness. I just gotta clean it up. These ones, I think, are due for another coat of red. Yeah, it's still a little thin. And we'll clean them up as well. Man, that really doesn't have a lot of room there, does it? Okay, let's put her there and probably give it a bit of a wrap. Soak on those edges a little longer. There we go. Definitely hugs the edges a little bit, but that should be fine. Cool. So yeah, I'm going to go for my break now. I'll return in about 10-15 minutes or so. And we'll get the front piece and the one up here on here. And then probably do some cleanups with our paint. Thanks for joining me so far tonight, everyone. I will talk to you here in, as I said, about 10-15 minutes or so. Talk to you soon. Okay, welcome back, everyone. How's it going? There we go. Sounds good. So, we got some nice warm water. That'll make this next step a little easier. And if I had to guess for this front side, we want 176 right here. Well, these are real close together. There we go. It's a bad spot for that nub mark for this. Should be okay, hopefully. Then the last one's going to be up here somewhere. That one looks like a nice, easy, small one, though. Yeah, and I think once one is done, I'll probably put my second coat of red paint on the jets. Then I guess I'll start working on this guy. Whatever needs to be decaled on him. Okay, that's about as good as I'm going to get it. This front corner is definitely going to wrap around a bit more than the other side. Give it a bit of fit, hug that corner. Couple seconds to soften, that'll make it hug that corner a bit better. I think I did it. We go. Said I had to wrap it around that corner a little more than the other side, but it worked out. Now up here, about where is it? Okay, pretty much lined up right with the top of this bit here. And that one will be 195, or wait, no, 196. I don't know where this one is. So it's white. Not that one. Look through some of these spares. It's probably one of these ones that got chopped off. 194. Oh, is this it? Yeah, 195, 186. These are the two right here. So we want 196 at the bottom one. This one right here, when we might need it. And this should be the last one until we're done. The last one on this, at least, until we're done with these vent covers. Because I believe these have one, yeah, on this face. But I want to finish and clean up the edges of this paint first. I need to put another coat on these. And that doesn't give you much information on how to position this. That's it, that's good. Okay, yeah, let's line it up with this detail piece. we go. Should be all the ones, the side ones for now. So let's do another coat of that paint on those. Go. Second coat on this one. Cool. Then as soon as that's dry, I'll clean that and the other little vents done. And then we can reattach them to the piece, put the decals on these vent fins. So in the meantime, let's take a look at you. Well, it's a place to put decals on you, I'm betting. This is only showing all the external bits. Let's do these couple on the back. You know what? Let's just take the foot off. And then I can just sit it on the front like this. Actually, open these up and it gives a little stand. Close enough. So we're gonna have a bit up here. And a bit right here. Those are going to be 90 and 66. Let's grab 90 first for the lower one. Right here. This one's a little wider than usual, so I'll give it a little extra time. Making pretty good progress. Definitely going to take us a little longer than I thought it would. Maybe I can finish this up on Sunday then as well. So I'm going to definitely keep working on it tomorrow. Just trying to think of when I can actually get this done. Because there's a fair amount of decaling to be done on the backpack as well. And since I actually want to do all these interlake pieces, even the ones that are going to be covered, it's quite a bit on the sides of these legs. Hope I didn't see what I thought I saw. I thought I saw a little piece of dust get trapped underneath there. Oh, right here, I got it. Okay, that honestly looks like it's probably good. Not perfectly centered, but more or less proper. There we go. Another one up here, which is 66. I already have a little hole cut. this near the top or near the bottom of this piece? Near the bottom. Then we'll probably start working on some of these side ones as well. I want to give this paint a little more time to dry. Actually pretty perfect. Oh. Go. So that's all for the front back. Oh, like, look at all these. These are all ones that get covered up. Oh, any of the blue numbers are ones that get covered up. Like, look at all this. Well, I guess we'll just work our way from the top down. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Let's do the inside first. It looks like a lot of the inside ones show up through. It's probably the best one to start with. Yeah, and if we can do the inside, we'll fly down, and then we can attach it to the waist unit to hoist it up to do the outside. Yeah, that'll work out. Okay, so let's start right here. I think it's the highest up one. know why I put that down so early. I haven't even cut out the piece yet. Looking for 77. Or should be 78, looks like, for this one. Go. Yeah, we'll do the other side on its own. So we're immediately going to need another 78. Okay, this one's pretty much. Oh, what? That? Oh no, I don't want to put pressure on these decals. Okay, I think they're back together now. Oh, I'd open up the knee lock, that's why. Well, looks like these decals aren't healing up when I do that, which is good. Okay. A little bit of panic, but we're all good. There we go. Go. Next up. 87 right here in this corner. And it actually wants the other one. God damn it. But it will work on the other side. Yeah, so it'll just go down here instead. Fair enough. Then we'll do this side next. That'll be 88. There's really not a lot of room here, I'm just noticing. Why did that whole thing just pick up? That's not supposed to happen. There we go. Should be good. A little crooked, but it's not the end of the world. So this one we want 88. Oh yeah, look, I did scratch that. Damn. Well, doesn't look too bad from a distance. This just looks like there's a break. Won't be identical to the other side, but it should be okay. Be careful where I'm holding it. Oh, I did it upside down. Not the smoothest recovery, but we got there. Why is it sliding like this? There we go. Matches up pretty good. Okay. Actually. Dun, 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 dun. Any other on this face here? No, it doesn't look like it actually. Have some more on this bit, or we can work on down here. Which I think is what we're going to do. But actually, yeah, no, we should do the paint cleanup first. We can finish up the outer armor plates. And actually, we can use this for our paint cleanup. A little bit of isopropyl. Hey, good guy, big boy Ren. Oh, the whole SD 750. That's a good deal. That edge cleaned up. There we go. Pretty much all nice and cleaned up. Sorry, this is just a very detail-oriented task. I had to lock in a little bit for that. Oh, hell yeah. Do you know what it was? Perfect grade or? Ends with a 2. Okay. There's only so many perfect grades, so that probably wouldn't be that hard to figure out. Still, that's sweet. Oh, maybe. There's like an older RX-72. Isn't there? Or 78 too? Okay, 2 edges down, 2 to go. There we go. I think that should be the edges cleaned up enough. Looks pretty clean. And I see a spot I missed. There we go. I think that's good for those. Now for these 2 other ones. And I should probably grab another Q-tip for these. Yeah, I did a lot of messy work on these. quite a bit of cleanup. I went along the inside edge there a little bit. Oh, I'm just working on my decals for the full armor ZZ Gundam. Got his upper body pretty much all decaled and painted up, and the weapons all done. Got his big hyper mega cannon. And I'm just working through and doing some decaling and some custom painting. I had to paint the inside of these vent covers red. I'm just going through and cleaning up the edges of it now. There we go. I think I've pretty much got the edges of this cleaned up. Yeah, I was intimidated by them at first. I've come to really like water slides. I'm not a big fan of dry transfers or like regular stickers, but I like doing water slides quite a bit. There we go. I guess I don't need to be too fancy with that. So that one's cleaned up. Now for this one. I'll be able to show you in just a second. I just want to finish up cleaning up this paint. But basically it's on a sheet like this. And you basically cut out the decal, soak it in water for about 20 to 30 seconds. And then it lifts the decal basically off the backing paper and you slide it off. Yeah, I just want to get this paint cleaned up on this piece here so I can get it back on the model. And once this is on, I can show you firsthand some decals. How it's done. And what I'm doing here is I just painted these with some paint markers, and I'm just using isopropyl alcohol and some cotton swabs to clean up the edges. Make it nice and straight and clean. Just a couple pieces on this that weren't color as they were on the guide or how I liked. So I like adding a little detail here and there with paint markers. There we go. That should be nice and clean. That means we should be good to reattach them. And like that. There we go. And these ones here go on our buddy right here. There we go. Good. Nice. There, that's looking good. Now we can put the decals on here that they're supposed to be. So yeah, and basically in the back of the guide, there's a bunch of like suggested placements for the decals. I usually try and follow this because usually I'm pretty uncreative when it comes to kind of deciding where to put some of these. This one I'm going to need 160. It's this guy, right? And 68. Yep. 168. Perfect. So I cut out 168. Oh, there's no real reason not. Like, that's kind of my goal too. I haven't done a fully custom one. I've mostly stuck just doing little detail painting here and there. But that's mostly just because I'm not super confident in my like ability to like top coat, which is kind of something I expect you to do if you're gonna do a full paint. I should be top coating this with the decals, but it's something I need to work on in the future. Go. We want 168, which is this one right here. And trim off the number, because the number will float off and get mixed up with the decal you want to. So you should try and separate it. Yeah, I've been really enjoying doing just detail painting as well. It's not like you have to go full custom right away. You can just try adding little custom details. Like all this little reds are all stuff I've painted on here. Okay. So I just have my little locking tweezers here. Just grip on a part of the backing paper that's not the decal. And then I dip it and submerge it in water. As I said, I just leave it there for about 10. Most guides I read said to do it for 10 to 20 seconds. I find if you let it soak for about 20 to 30, it slides a little easier. But I think it depends on what type of decals you're using more than anything. This one's going to be going right here. So just clean the area a little bit. Make sure there's no dust or anything. And I have some Mark Fit decal solution here. And where I'm about to put it, I just put a drop. And that just helps it transfer over to the other surface a little cleaner. And I'm gonna need a fresh cotton swab too. Yeah, this should be about good for the soak. And once it's soaked, you just try and get much as the excess liquid off of it as you can. Some people like to set it down on the paper towel and let it dry for a couple seconds. I find that's usually not necessary the way I do it. Once I'm happy, get it around where it needs to go on the surface. Actually, this is probably easier to slide it off this way. Line it up around near where you need it. Toothpick, just kind of drag along the edge. Slide it off. This one's very narrow and kind of thin, so it's much harder than a lot of them. There. Yeah, and then once it's on the paper off the surface, it's actually, that's part of why we put that little bit of liquid down, because it allows us to slide it around on the surface a little bit after we've got it off. So now we just work it into position very carefully. Be careful not to let it bunch up anywhere. As you can see, this one is very tending to do that. Let's look at things. We want it up on this edge, right? Yeah, as much as we can. Oh, this is going poorly. Oh, slow and steady should get us there. Oh, if it starts sticking a bit, let's use a bit of this solution, and it should get moving again. As you can see, it's getting a little wobbly, which is I'm not super happy about, but I should be able to still cover it pretty much. Okay, I'm almost happy with where it's positioned. Yeah, this piece is looking good. Yeah, I'd say this is about good. So once you're pretty happy with the position, just take a cotton swab, damp the end a little bit just so it's not dry, and then just very lightly push down, push all the liquid out from underneath the decal. Just go slow and very light, just enough pressure to push the liquid out from underneath. As you can see, I'm pushing a bunch of liquid out as I go. Once a bit of it is pretty securely down, you can very lightly start sliding it along the decal, and that'll help push out any bumps and air bubbles. And there we go. I'm just checking it in the light, make sure I don't see any other air bubbles. There, she's on there. And this part is optional, but because I don't plan to really top coat it, I find this helps get the edges to blend in a little better. I just go over it at the end with a bit of the fit solution. especially where any really obvious edges. And then I just let it sit on there and soak for a couple seconds. And that helps soften up the edges, and I find helps it to blend a little better. Yeah, and if I was doing this properly, I would have put a top coat over top of this once it's all dry. I'm not yet at that stage of my Gundam building journey. And then I'm just going over it with a Q-tip, soaking up any excess of that liquid that's left. Cool. Well, that's that one done. Now, just this other one, which should be 169, I think? Yeah, 169. Oh, or actually, you probably want to take 167 now that I'm looking at it a little closer. Which is right here. Let's get this so. I was wondering where I put those. Over here. Because this one's a little long and skinny, I like to give it a little extra time to soak to make sure it slides easily. Because find with they're long and skinny, if they get sticky and kind of start catching, they can very easily fold over on themselves. This was definitely very nerve-wracking, more so when I first started doing it. Now I'm a little more comfortable, but still, I probably find them easier to do than just straight up stickers. But I think that comes down to personal preference. There we go. That was a lot closer to the intended position than the other side was. So I had actually kind of had difficulty on the other side getting it where I wanted it to go. This looks like it should be a lot easier. There we go. That's pretty well positioned. Oh yeah, that one definitely went a little higher than the side, but that's fine. Not enough of a difference to be super noticeable. Well, let's give it some finish. There we go. That should be this side armor all decaled up. Actually, that should be all the side armor decaled up. So let's very carefully assemble it. There we go. There's the full armor outer leg armor all decaled up. Now we keep cracking away at the inner leg. Which ended up over here. I don't know why I just used alcohol on that. That's probably bad. Well, swap that out. So yeah, I guess we'll just keep working on the leg here the last little bit. So this one will be 13 right at the tip here. Which is far off this. It's probably among this batch of little guys up here then. Wish you could tell which is which. What does it look like? Looks like one of these. Yeah, 13. Perfect. So there's none on the side here. There's no more down here. Oh, there's one sticker on the side of this blue thing right here. So we'll probably do that one next. Here we go. Here we go. Next up down here, 89. Right down here on the end. Which direction does that go on? It goes on with the prongs facing outward. Okay, so flip around. Slide it on this way. Okay. Let's give that a little longer soak. It's a little thin. So after this one, we have one here. Then one here. And I think that's actually all on the side of the leg. Then there's just the foot, which has one here, and the same one here, one here. I'm gonna try at least to make sure I get this side of this leg done tonight. A little bit of fluff there somewhere. Which looks pretty good. How's it going, Kill for Fun? Thanks for the follow. Hope you're having a good night. Just working on my decals for the full armor Double Z. Hell yeah. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, as I said, I'm mostly just going through and doing my decaling now, which tends to be a little monotonous. So, it's nice to be on stream and chat every now and then to kind of break it up. Okay, this decal's all done. Let's do the last two on this side, and I think that's gonna do it for me for tonight. So that's gonna be right leg inside is 86 for up here. Double check the shape. Yep, shape's good. Get this soaking. Yeah, we didn't do too bad of progress tonight. Got the vent covers here, here, and here, and here all painted red. We got all our decals on. Pretty good. Previously already finished most of our upper torso here. All decaled up. And our weapons, the Hyper Mega Cannon and the Double Beam Cannon. All nice and detailed and decaled. And what's left is the other side of this guy, the other leg and leg armor, and then the backpack unit, along with a little bit of the waist unit. I've already detail painted all this stuff, so there shouldn't be too much of that to do on this. This should be almost entirely decaling. This one I'll still need to paint the inside of these red. Yeah, actually this is a good show off. You can kind of see the difference. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, let's get these last couple of decals in, and then I'll probably call it a night and send you on to someone else. But thanks for stopping by, Gilfon. Really appreciate you being here in the follow. Hoping I get this guy done this week, and I think I still might, but this week might include Sunday now rather than just tonight and tomorrow. Oh, that should be good position. I want to make sure I don't put pressure on that other decal on the back. There we go. A little bit of fit to finish. While that's soaking, let's get the other piece out, which will be 85. This guy goes pretty much right in this little crook. Yeah, I think actually I kind of forgot to. I have been trying to do all the decals for just the regular ZZ Gundam as well, and that would include doing these little arm wing shields it has. The problem is, when I was looking up the decals for it, look how many the arms have on their own. I think I counted, and I think there's literally 20 decals per each of these, covering each side. So it's gonna be a lot of work decaling those. And I know when I finish this model, I'm almost never gonna display it as just the ZZ Gundam. I'll almost always have the extra armor and the big gun on them because that just looks cooler. Slippery bastard. There you go. good to me. I think that's all I'm going to do is just line it up with basically here. I try and line everything up with a reference point so I can more easily do it, especially on things like legs and arms where I have to do it multiple times on different sides. I try and pick a reference point and line it up with that reference point so I can use it in the other spots. And that looks like it's a good one. Tamp it, tamp it, tamp it. And give it some finish fit. Oh, that other one's still on there. Ooh. You look a little blurry. That's not too bad. That one's gonna blend in real good. There we go. I think that's all the ones on the side. Yep, it is. So from here on, we'll probably start on the foot, and then the other leg, and the waist and backpack unit. I might end up doing the decals for these arm bits off stream, but who knows? It'll probably see. If I ended up with like probably half a stream, I don't have anything to do, I might do those. But honestly, with how many decals on each of those shields there are, I almost feel like it would be an entire stream just for those two shields. And that might not be all that entertaining. I guess we'll see. I know when I was getting near the end of doing Sasby over here's water slides, I was definitely done with doing water slides for a little bit. So I think I'll leave those for the very last and see how I'm feeling then. But thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I'm gonna go take a quick peek to see who we can raid you into. And then when I return, what the hell am I saying? I'm out of it. I will be back tomorrow at my usual stream time, 6 p.m. PST, to keep cracking away at this guy. Thank you everyone for joining me so far tonight, and thank you for always joining me, especially those of you who are new followers. I really appreciate it. Yeah, let me see who we can raid into. Feel free to shout someone out if you have anyone in mind. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, popped right back to the top. Good. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I guess it's about time I start thinking about what's going to be my next model too. I think I'm just going to do a regular MG. So it's probably either going to be the Vidar or the Death Scythe Hell. I also have a MG Ball Verka I kind of want to do, but I'm not really sure about jumping into that so far. There's someone looking at here. Oh, here we go. Here's someone I can send you on to. Chill hop at Gunpla. Hell yeah. Yeah, once again, thank you everyone for joining me. I hope to see you again next time. And I hope you have a great rest of your night regardless. Looks like he's working on a Char Zaku, so that's hella cool. Let's do it. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Should I find my ending screen?